On Capitol Hill, the Senate is preparing to hold another vote on a deal to end the government shutdown. We're 6 days in now. Lawmakers don't seem any closer, though, to reaching a compromise. Democrats want to add health care protections, but Speaker Mike Johnson says that can be negotiated in a permanent funding deal. Now, many voters across party lines say neither position is worth keeping federal employees out of work. In the meantime, we still don't have a timeline for the federal layoffs that are expected to start any day now. Well, this morning, advocates are sounding the alarm about proposed cuts to NASA, combined with the ongoing government shutdown and fears that it will put U.S. space exploration at serious risk now. And the current White House budget proposes cutting NASA's science funding in half and reducing the agency's overall funding by nearly a quarter. Joining us now is Dreier, Chief of Space Policy for the Planetary Society and a nonprofit which advocates for space exploration, to help us break down the impacts this could all have on all of us. All right, so Casey, let's be clear, you do not work for NASA, but with 15,000 NASA employees involved in this, give us an idea about the impact this could have to the space program.
Well, I mean, a lot of space grinds to a halt in this situation. Scientists don't get paid, contractors don't get paid. There's a few accepted activities, but most of the planning and future development just is not happening right now.
Okay, so the Artemis mission, that is moving forward, though. Am I correct in saying that?
Yes, they made a specific exception for Artemis 2 and 3, and because that's such a national security issue and national priority, but everything else that NASA does, NASA does a lot, that is just pretty much on ice.
Let's talk about some of those projects that are at risk now. Can you name some of a few for us?
There are missions at Jupiter, missions beyond Pluto, missions that observe the Earth. Those are all on slate to be terminated. Future missions beyond that to explore parts of our solar system, look for life, just all these next generation aspects, the things that pull students into STEM fields, the things that really make us proud on exploring Mars. These are not happening, and they're slowing down, and there's so much uncertainty, and we're losing so many good people that we really risk this leadership position that the United States is in.
Yeah, and you talked about terminating, I heard you use the word terminating programs, which means we know what that means. And you also talked about going forward with the future with the young people that will be impacted by this, our future explorers and space people.
Indeed.
So how does America stay relevant or stay competitive, given the fact that some of these programs will, at least for the time being, go away, and the future of it is so uncertain?
Well, I'd say that we don't know if they're going to go away yet. And actually, Congress has done the right thing. Like everything that we know so far, House and Senate seem to be ready to reject these proposals. Obviously, now with the shutdown, that's not happening, but things are queued up to just get across the finish line. And I think that's the important thing here, is that these aren't popular proposals. These are being rejected by the Republican-controlled Congress, and they're doing the right thing. But that uncertainty in the meantime is where we see a lot of things starting to fall apart and just disruption regardless.
How do you fight it? Let's be honest now. How do you fight it in this climate when one party controls most things, and this is happening under that party? How do you fight it? Where do you even start?
Well, the great thing about space is that it's still really bipartisan or even nonpartisan. And there's a ton of Republican support for space science and space in general, and Democratic support for that. And it's one of those areas that it's still, we get to talk together and get together and say, this is just the most amazing thing that we do. And from that shared interest, we can build these levels of support, because everyone wants America to remain first in space, from the president all the way down. And I think that's the important thing here. These budget fixes by Congress, I think, actually enables the president's ultimate priorities, which is American leadership in space.
All right, so if people want to get involved in your society and help out however they can help out, what should they do?
Planetary.org is a great place to start. Anyone can join. We're just an independent organization. We get to say what we think about and say what we believe. And we believe in space exploration, space science, and that everyone can come along on this amazing capability and unique and noble activity that we do as a nation. So planetary.org is a great place to start.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
I think that one of the big things is highlighting this issue and letting people know exactly what's going on.
It's a fixable issue. And a lot of people, there's 300 people with me today in Washington, D.C. from all across the country on their own dime, who have nothing invested beyond that they want this to keep happening. It's amazing. It's very uplifting.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All righty. And we are committed to covering the impact of this government shutdown on your life. You can just text the word shutdown to 202-895-5599. And we're going to text you a link of all of our government shutdown coverage online. And you can also scan the QR code that's currently on your screen.